Hello, guys, again for another session of the letter. On the last episode, we basically finished up our Zachary route, so it ended up in an interesting note. So, as we learn a little bit more about like Zachary's problem that he has to deal with, his unfortunate past leading to hate crime and all that stuff, but we also had an encounter with the spirit that's coming after him. And not only that, it's just like there was a strange, bizarre encounter with a young girl as well. She was very cute and all that stuff, and gave him a moment of respite to keep his mind off the spirit. But it seems like the spirit could like possibly, I guess, in the face of it, because it had like a crazy yandere murder face on it. I saw her, but in Gone in the Flash, she's like back to a normal girl. So after that, they return home, and well, he returns home, and then only to find that the spirit was actually waiting for him. Now, being all brave we are about it, we have to like seek around with the camera to take a picture of the spirit that we basically are asking that we could help it. But the spirit kind of taunts, like, "Can you help me?" type of vibe. So, after escaping the spirit and had several hours trying to contact Ashton and Isabella to see where the heck is everybody's at, because those two men that they were going to do something at a vacation. So, under the assumption of that, Zachary went to return to the Ermengarde mansion, and the scream that was. So, we had a choice to whether go inside through the window or not, and we chose to basically not do that. So, it ended up being a pretty decent choice because it didn't get our boy possibly getting killed. But now we're into the Marianne route, I would say. So we're going to learn about her side of the story and this whole involvement with the spirit with the letter. So, let's begin. Ba-da-ba. Okay, here we go. Marianne. 7:15 p.m. Numbers are so little on the top of my screen, they glare at me with such intensity that I can hear their accusations. I'm late for the night out with the girls. Yes, I already have a perfectly good excuse. Jeez. Considering I don't follow typical office hours, they really can't expect me to be able to go as I please at 5:30 on the dot. The clients is, first and foremost, my priority. I have to sit tight with my personal assistant Chris. Tells me we have a big one coming up, but I shouldn't miss this one. He knows a lot more on the what's when it comes to these socialites, and I trust that judgment. I really don't have time for rich people, drama, and their politics. These sorts who are born with their silver spoon in their mouth and who
I feel judged.
wagging their silver tongues out. Let them be handle the negotiating with them for the most part. Why else would I have hired them? But he told me I received a message about it an hour ago. Yeah,
Top of the morning to you, laddies.
Oh, God! I need to bass boost you.
Now, if only he has a full shilling when it comes to the time.
Come on, I have a social life too, to an extent. Sort of. Pressing my head against the table, I starve off the incoming headache when the notification of a new email pops up. I'm expecting hey, look at this, it's a good project I found. And go send them a design. Or something like that, really. That how it often goes.
Are we Irish and Russian?
I don't know.
He sounds like Mario.
It's like I went Irish, then I went full Italian.
I know it really sounds like Mario.
It's I don't know. I haven't listened to enough like Gaelic accents to help me comprehend. I should have watched like the Boondock Saints or something.
Good lord.
I don't think Norman Reedus' Irish accent in that movie was all that good.
I don't know, but at least like something to comprehend.
There's a special type of Irish, so.
Hey, Madeline, real quick, are you kind of far from the mic, or you're like, hate
The internal suffering. Can you barely hear me?
A little bit at the beginning. I had to put you up to literally 185%.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna.
Alright. Let me lower down the volume real quick here, just in case if she comes in with a booming presence. But while she's at it, let's see. Even these rich, jammy clients who heard from me were equally rich, jammy friends. I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat. Which is all well and good and reasonable. Figure out what they want and send them my portfolio. My drafts for their projects and my rates and the hopes for the best. This is a big client. I babysit for you. Just please take this one promise. I promise. This person's huge in Luxborn. Let's see. Oh, it's reading that whole thing. Mr. Parker, this is formal request to secure the services of Marianne Mikoloch, hereinafter called the designer. As authorized by Hannah Rice, I herefore call the client for interior design at work, Emerald Mansion. Luxborn at LX18 0RF, United Kingdom. Oh, we're in the UK. The client hopes to have the design there on the 21st of October, finally, with the time pending. But as I open the mail, I see that it had been requested by the client specifically. Well, I certainly didn't expect that, and it's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited. They would be working with the Hannah Wright. Just one of those rich socialites that everybody loves to talk about, no matter how hard I tried to do such nonsense out. I would have been enough for me to reply in an affirmative to Chris and leave, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We work with the big personalities in the past, celebrities, bankers, and even a few politicians. My PA had been indifferent about this. But the question bounced away my skull before I spy one of those email attachments. A newspaper clipping for the Luxborn Daily Business news section, posting the headlines, Wright Enterprise donates 2.5 million euros to refuge. It's certainly caused quite a stir back then. Apparently they invited some businessmen and socialites everywhere in the guise of it being some big business announcement. What?
Hear me better now?
Say it again?
I'm gonna take that as a no. Can you guys hear me better now?
Yes.
It's sort of like louder, but not as great a quality.
Oh my god.
It sounds like you're one of those like you know how like you do like radio phone calls? It sounds like that quality.
Oh, that's really accurate.
You know, like all right, Madeline, you're live on the air, and it I don't know.
I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Is this?
All right,
That's better.
now you Gucci.
That's an improvement, yeah.
Hell
Lord have
yeah.
mercy.
I'm so sorry, Madeline. You have to
No,
go through
it's
this.
okay. I don't know why I can't get audio stuff together.
No, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. Go ahead.
$2.5 million and an expensive-looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Not that I should be so callous. They're going to do a lot of good and help a community of people with all those pounds. I, of all people, shouldn't criticize such facts that they were for show or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headline out of the way, however, I found myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because, wow, here I am, expecting a sour old woman in a blazer and a skirt. But the woman who was plastered in the front page looks like she belongs on the front page of the entertainment section, or even, to be crass, as a pin-up for glamour. Okay, I'll be right here. A men's magazine. Sure, she knows how to rock that dress. Ellipses.
Thank you.
Double ellipses. Wait. Her hair, her eyes, her lips. She can't be her. At the same time, she is her. Only several years older. She looks just like... No, come on. Back. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. With a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling off my chair in the process. Because that was huge waifu material for me. Who else would be on the other side of the line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
That's what I say. Yet, I still don't move from my chair, face flushed and heart racing, because maybe I might see my waifu for once. I can only stare until I can will myself to reply that, yes, I'm accepting the assignment. And it takes even more time for me to close the image, shut down the computer, and leave. Even then, it's already burned into my head. No matter how much I wish it would just disappear. Makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. Makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. It's a good thing it's the nearest pub at the just a hop, skip, and a jump from me. Damn, she's an alkie. The Galloway Shaw, which is called by those who frequented the place, is the only decent Irish pub in this country. You can pretty much tell when someone is new if they just call it its official name, the Crawl Bar. My home away from home since I moved to Luxbourne. Well, that's when I'm not cooped up in my combo and working anyways. Had a good alcohol, good company, and thank God St. Cecilia, good music. Crowd favors were like Bothy Noise, the High Wesleyan Mands, and the Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. You know, it could just break into songs. The pubs are just as wonderful that they start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best way to go about it, because that's how we roll. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get one piece at the end of the day. Tonight is karaoke night. What better time to try to sing all my worries away without the intoxicated brain tells me.
Oh, the ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers.
Do you want me to sing for you?
No, I got this.
Alright.
In the prison of my...
Come on, Madeline, you get this, girl.
It's like...
It's karaoke night.
It's karaoke.
I sang that. That happened.
Alright. But drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of home makes me think of her. God damn, we're thirsting hard. Alright, I'll do it for you. In the
Go for
depths
it.
of my cold soul, I leave the burden and despair. It makes me nauseous as it sinks me to the smallest reminder of her can cause me such grief. I'll fight for what's waiting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest. Of course, that might be just a booze. And at the end of the day, I would have scolded myself for drinking so much. God damn, such an alkie. I lied to the Lord and I lied to myself. I lied to you and everyone I care until there were no more lies to tell. I've already have a client and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days. Cowardice is easier than being brave. And at last I found strength and I sing my love letter to you.
Oh,
They need
God.
to change the way they're putting the words out there. It's hard to tell what the score is. How do you know when you're supposed to pause?
I don't know.
Hey, there are a lot of songs that are kind of fucked up once you actually listen to the lyrics.
Oh, yes.
To be fair.
Cause people can lie,
This is a super depressing song, though.
but my lone heart beats true. I want to at least enjoy this night and get over the hangover tomorrow, and return to being a prim and proper professional after.
Same. That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galloway Shaw.
Damn, that's some audience sitcom. All right.
That's what you sung for a bride? Oh my God.
You know what? It's Irish people, alright? Let them have their way. Alright, considering the state I'm in, one can excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub patrons, even though there's 4 people. I'm very impressed how they can applaud. Possibly because of possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. And that's a good reason as to be any to belt out in front of these strangers. With a good drink and good friends, there's no one else I'd rather be tonight. Now forget for a short while. Oh shit, hanging out with the girls.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone. A round of applause. Wait, that voice sounds too much like Luke. I need to make him a female.
That was so good. You rock, Marianne.
Damn, Marianne's got a harem?
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
please stop. You're just saying that.
Let's get to Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow, and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves the toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
Wheat bitches.
Kamala, Diamond's engagement ring, gleams as she holds it up for all the world to see. She has reason to be proud. 3 years of living together, and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes, because damn, it's a diamond ring.
Ring, and the one after sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am, smoking with you. But
Good
enough of me
lord.
being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement.
Of course, if something like Horana's divorce were to happen, I'll be there for Cam.
It's Haruna.
Haruna. Okay. Cam has been there for me and acting more than just my yoga instructor. I can't be happy for my friend right now.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ed.
Oh, sorry, I realized I was muted. Horana has been real bad for her ever since her divorce.
2020, right?
I know, right? Even though we're all not wearing masks at this year, it's such a nice person even loaning me money to the open studio. She didn't even deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again, pigging out like she used to. I think we all missed our Japanese firecracker. We met at yoga class, something I had to join to keep myself in shape, and, well, honestly, that I can make friends when I moved to Luxborn. Clearly, it worked like a charm. Definitely don't have any to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky 20 dial. God, she's a nerd! Yes!
Oh my goodness.
She's a D20 D&D nerd! Sorry, I already like Marianne now. With me on the first day, no sir. I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you haven't gotten yourself a man or woman.
Good lord.
Woman.
Oh, there's no man that can satisfy her. It's unfortunate.
Oh my.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Also, men are trash.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse, and you know it.
They can't hold a handle or hold
You
a
need a-
candle
hold
to
a-
the games online.
You need a man who will take care of you, and you need it now. Maybe some hunk will be your house hubby while you raking the dough.
Damn.
Maybe a former Yakuza person.
Why are we bringing up former Yakuza people?
Way of the house husband.
That too.
I'm quite
That's what I was
capable of
referencing,
taking
yeah.
care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
What about a Mrs. Right? Hey, look at me. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
Oh my.
Jeez, roasting her.
I mentioned druids and demons once. But even though the rules or understand what the numbers mean, what do the numbers mean, Mason? I'm certainly,
You're a fun fire.
and I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from a miracle worker. I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right?
Ah, shit!
Oh,
there
she
it
said
is.
it.
Here we go.
There it is.
How dare you, Aaron, take my line? Oh my, Marianne, we still love you, even if you're in the closet.
She's so far in. She's in, what's the closet place?
Narnia?
She's in
Narnia,
Narnia.
yeah.
She's in
The
Narnia.
closet place.
Is that a
She's in
thing
the closet.
for
It's
people
called John
coming out?
Malkovich, sweetie.
That would explain some things. It would. Haruna, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can get together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone. 2 birds, 1 stone.
What are you on about? That's nothing to explain.
The more I deny, the louder they tease me until the other person departs to start to watch. It doesn't help out at all when Urana drapes her arm over my shoulders and leans in for the kill.
I can't you get my right? Well, will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
Oh my.
Spicy.
I know they're just kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest.
Marianne, save yourself for me.
Oh god. So when Kamala notices my silence and Urana sees the expression on my face, they stopped. When the awkward air settles over us, the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. Probably wouldn't even notice it when they wake up massive hangovers anyways.
Sorry. That was rude.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say no more. We are definitely too far drunk tonight. Eventually, the fun times end. It's a weekday after all. Damn, they're getting crunk on a
Whoa.
weekday? Brave.
Party animals.
I know. With your honor being a nurse, she has to get ready for her next shift. Cam is also a loving fiance waiting for her at home. I really don't have time to make a fuss about being left some buns in the oven when we took off early. Really, I understand. I was the one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar, I said. Oh,
If her house is burned down, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Oh my, is he gonna make a move on us?
Yum, yum, yum.
Alright.
Jokes
Wait,
on
what
you,
is
jokes on you, Anna.
What?
I was hitting on Marianne first before you were.
Ah, shit.
You bastard, Luke, you bastard.
Alright, alone with a stranger. I haven't seen him here before. Obviously not a regular. He has said a word. He hasn't said a word. And he just sits
Stay
there,
away, Marianne.
savoring his drink. With his whiskey served, a meat in one hand and a lighter in the other. It doesn't seem like he noticed me yet, and maybe I should go before he looks my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde. And those are the two things, plus alcohol never did me any good. Ah, damn, do we have a natural attraction to blondes? I thought too late. Judging by the way judging the way his flushed face and his dazed look in his eye, he's pissed drunk as I am. Whereas feels like I'm kneeling over, he still looks like he's ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, it's just the air of one of those men who think they can own the world. His name is
Hello there,
Whiskey.
sexy. Yeah, his name's Whiskey here.
Nice.
Hello there, sexy. Please don't stand up on my account. I really like what I see. Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
But then
Like,
again,
literally, can I throw it on you?
I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Dump it on.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach?
God.
I'm talking cocktails, of course. I have no idea why they're called that. Yeah, they're actually called that, by the way.
Are you sure it's
I
not
don't-
an innuendo on top of things?
No, they're just called that for some reason.
Yes. Fat
Yeah,
chance.
but he's definitely laying it on hard. He's double wordplay.
Alright, but it doesn't matter. We both know how to play this game.
You know the rules, and so do I!
Rickroll me in this game.
Alright, there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I want to do?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
I don't know what the
Say
second
it,
one
Miffy.
is.
Section.
He looks like he's about to say some witty retort, but stops himself and down the rest of his whiskey. But in a wine glass? I order a mint julep and he gets another whiskey, and we start the customary small talk. Of course, he's saying ask me no questions, and I tell you no lies, what goes without saying. We have nothing about each other, offering up our falsehoods to establish a strenuous fake connection between two strangers at a pub, only to pass time. Whiskey, as I come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, and takes care of his sick mother and a manager of some sort.
That is some
of
bullshit.
What? I don't.
I am a master liar, baby!
Oh god, a manager of what? I don't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint has come to call me. I'm 29 and I'm... What did I say I was again? Did we forget our own age?
Nice. Oh, I looked up AMF and it means adios, motherfucker.
Nice.
Yeah, when I looked up AMF, it gave me American Medical Foundry.
Are you sure you're not
I
using
think
Urban
it's-
Dictionary?
I think the one it is the Urban Dictionary one, which is like adios, my amigo, or the other one.
Yeah. Alright.
Urban Dictionary.
Let's see. Oh, yes. I told him what I was a professional chocolate taster because, fuck it. If I'm going to lie about what my job is, might as well make fun of it. It was a pretty decent chat between two pretty drunk strangers. Maybe it's just me. Us might as well fucking well expand the tiniest amount of effort in pretending there's something meaningful in this conversation. Would have been nice too if we just left it at that. But during a lull in the conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've been with a woman taller than me.
Oh no.
Shut up.
And to think he might have a different from to think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will, whiskey.
Damn right, Marianne.
Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
St. Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time, and she had men come from the four corners of the world just to see the pure light of her exquisite green eyes. If she were so lucky anyways.
No! Enough of the history lesson! Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
Though not the very suitor was gallant, and she was no fool. She had known that sooner or later she would have been able to defend her chastity.
Come on, there must be something that gets you going.
She had taken out a knife and gorged her own eyes.
What's St. Bridget?
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Impressed with her devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. She had
So
a
do you like
peculiar-
anime?
Do you like anime? Fucking piece of shit. Alright. Has a peculiar sense of humor, hasn't he? Because the only mean suitors kept going after Lucy, and she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Saint Lucy, help me, dear God. Help me turn away from this blonde, attractive sinner. Help me with my own blindness.
My place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much for you. And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream.
Oh my.
Dear.
You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Good
No,
lord, he's
Marianne.
climbing this tree.
Alright. Ellipses.
Hannah, you thought you were the one who was hitting on Marianne first? I was hitting on her
Shut
light
up.
years before you.
You haven't won yet.
You haven't won the
You
battle.
better be given a choice here.
We were
I'm
given a
gonna cry.
choice. It just pulls us in.
I
Alright.
cannot have this.
Oh, shut up, Hannah.
Alright, the best thing
Yeah,
about
you thought I was cheating on you with the police commissioner's wife, but no, it was with her.
Alright, hold on.
Wait,
We gotta finish this.
Yeah,
Hold
this
on.
isn't Luke. This is Whiskey. This is a totally different character.
No,
Good point.
it's my twin brother, Billy.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, they're just
It's just me, Billy, in the background, looking through this girl's window for some reason. Don't mind me.
Back to your
It's very
room,
nice
Billy.
view.
Okay. Can I sleep in your bedroom?
No, Billy.
But you're being like in the way to divorce.
Billy, I am going to smack you with this golf club if you do not go back to your room right now.
Fine. I'll go sleep.
Go home, Billiam.
I'll go sleep with this ghost lady here. So I'll see you later.
Thank you, Billy.
Alright, the best thing having in my condo so close to the pub is the ease of access. As long as I can stand and walk, I can make it home. Maybe I need help from a kind stranger or two to help me from the last leg. I've really gone overboard on the alcohol. I've always made it home, sometimes with company. Of course, that always comes with complications, especially when they're real clingy. If there's any good tips about stalkers to the building security can't fix, I'm always nervous though. Even if it's the first time I've done this. The first few minutes when we enter my room are the few agonizing minutes where I try not to panic. Okay, Mac. So far, so good. Don't let them smell your fear under all that liquid courage. He'll leave sooner or later, and you'll never have to see him again. It's like any other man before him. God, are we wrong? Alright, I like to say to myself that men that I've brought to my place are more scared than I was. Yet there was no fear when I look into Whiskey's eyes. Only light. When he starts touching me, I didn't even hesitate when I push him against the door. Roughness is to be expected. As long as he stick to the script, everything will go smoothly. We have a little tumble in the sheets. He'll leave. Forget about it. Ellipses. Somebody asked what I really wanted. I would have told them that I wanted a bed of roses, chocolate, and music. Maybe an Irish castle. But all I really want is her. That's never going to be a reality. That was my fault, of course. Because I was afraid. Because I was a coward. They never hold up a candle to her. It was the light of my life. I had to let her go. can't be bothered at the thought of her. It's the single thought of her makes my resolve to see through the whole fair weaver.
Wait,
Now.
Yes, what is it now? Alright!
it's wrong.
This is wrong. This is wrong.
Nothing, never mind.
So what's
Yeah.
gonna be, Marianne?
Wrong.
To sex or not to sex?
I think we all know what the answer to we're gonna say is here. To
Alright.
sex or not to sex?
Screw you guys in democracy. I'm doing a dice roll here.
What?
No, Ed, no. Fuck no, Ed.
This is worse than the monster attacks.
I'm just kidding.
I'm too
What the
sexy
throw
for
down?
my
Would
shirt.
be kind of spicy
Too
though.
sexy
If we
for
have
my
to say-
shirt.
I rolled a
We
2,
have-
so that means we have to go with the second option. So.
No.
And I will never forgive you.
Just kidding. I would never do that.
You can either roll,
Alright.
you can either roll 1 or the other 19 numbers.
Man, I should make that a rule in another visual novel like this. I can choose to fuck with the root if I choose to. But I only
Oh
get to
my
do
God.
it. But I can only get to do it once.
But Ed, we can't see your dice roll, so how do we know you're not cheating?
Yeah, we don't know.
It's honor
I want to
rules.
see your hands.
It's an honorable rule. If you want, I can just pull up Google and just dice roll it for you that way.
Okay.
No, no,
But
no.
can we get back to the actual decision now?
Wait,
No,
would you
no.
what?
Go to democracy.
Which is the
Very clearly, we all want this to happen. I mean, let's say this is wrong.
Alright, well, we're all gonna pretty much go for the first option. Am I correct? Unless somebody here is in disagreement. Nah? Anybody? Alright.
Nah.
Nah, dude. You like that
Thumb
one
up.
meme? Virginity is cool meme. This is wrong.
We're both drunk.
I
Well,
already
ju-
want to see how far Luke is gone.
He's like, I'm always drunk.
I'm always
And?
A permanent state of being.
What's your-
It's true.
This is wrong. Don't you think it's a bit fucked up that we're about to have sex and we're just calling each other by the drinks that we had? How messed up are we?
Doll, shut up with the ethics and morality talk. It is seriously putting me out of the mood. But apparently, I like it when girls stand up to me because if you look at my relationship chart right now, you'd see that my relationship with you has improved.
What? Really?
Let's
Luke
find
likes,
out.
Luke likes girls who stand up to him.
Oh my.
Oh.
That's why if you're with Hana, if you should when you're playing as Hana, he likes you more when you try to stand up to him and make your own
So we should have
decisions.
gone with the other. No.
I
Well-
always pick the wrong one.
It's a fine. Hana's still in the lead. It's not gonna change it yet.
If you want to leave now, whiskey, I understand. I mean, with how smashed you are, it'd probably be best for you to sleep the night unless you want to be mugged. But I won't stop you, and this isn't going to happen.
Bloody hell! I was waiting for this
Achievement.
scene for a long time.
Cock
You have
block.
no idea how much I wanted to voice this scene because this scene is absolute gloriousness. Just to see the reaction on your face when you found out that's refusing sex turns me on even more.
God damn it. Of course he's
Ew.
annoyed. We're putting off our night of sexual congress.
That's one way to put it.
Woo!
I'm concerned that Luke is turned on by the word no.
Luke,
Yeah.
like I said, Luke likes girls who stand up to him.
Is that the narcissism? or,
Alright.
uh,
He doesn't like easygoing girls. That's
Yeah, he
pretty
doesn't
much-
like girls with that don't have their own agency.
Yeah.
Mommy
guess
issues.
it's
He needs
good.
someone to like put him in check.
You know what? Let's just continue reading. Of course, he's annoyed for
Very
me
annoying.
putting off our night of sexual congress. But no means no, even though we gain a positive reaction out of him. And beyond spewing a few profanities under his breath, he surprisingly simmers down soon enough. I was worried for a moment that he might try to force something. Instead, he makes a show of fixing his suit, smoothing down his hair before making himself more comfortable on the nearest seat he could find.
What are you doing then? You have a guest in your home. Put the damn kettle on. And turn off that anime poster. It looks like shit.
Bruh.
Screw you.
Bruh.
This isn't even a good anime poster. I could do
That
some.
is
I could find some
culture.
short girls that are better than this.
Bruh.
Now, dandelion tea if you have it. But I suppose all you have are those shitty tea bags from the store.
How dare you?
If it isn't for the absurdity of the turn events, I would have flipped him off for thinking
I
had
would
no
never talk to you
taste.
like this, Marianne.
But in the end, I just laugh like the girl from Higurashi. But all I cans of Korean ginseng and lemon balm, though no dandelion. But on second thought, I do wet the tea. That's 3 minutes to get the kettle to a boil. 3 minutes and we say nothing to each other. I mean,
Yes, it's some hot Gatorade. Here you go.
it's hot Gatorade. Oh God. I mean, what do you say to a guy that I'm going to sleep with until I change my mind? Doubt he's in the mood to talk about the influence of Toya's on Malloy, I'm sorry. And still unusual by the time we both seated on my bed with mugs and tea.
Just so you know, whatever is going on right now is a lot stranger and fucked up than the one night stand.
We are two messed up individuals by your logic.
Everything is messed up if you ask me. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones, and love lost, and the Saved by the Bell reboot.
Oh God.
The whole world is a cesspool.
Just like
Oh,
Berserk
it's got dark.
2016. The dead air is telling me when to fill in the more. One would think it's the perfect time to burst and to spill whatever issues that made us fucked up as a person that we are today. And it is. Guess some part of me would rather not put the weight of my problems on somebody else's shoulder. It wouldn't be fair to leave it to that person, but I don't even know when we ever see each other again. Which, unfortunately, we are.
No, woman, lady.
Sooner rather than later, we both passed out of my bed, mugs left forgotten on the floor. Ellipses.
How do you get ants?
Double ellipses.
Not
Hey,
my
wait.
problem. It's your room, Marianne.
When I wake, whiskey's already gone. Thank God.
I hope you lock the door.
Bottle of painkillers on the note that says the only evidence I wasn't alone last night. Thanks for the tea, Marianne. Whiskey. God,
He got us a subscription? How is
Damn
that
it.
legal?
He knew our name? Wait.
he just took. No, he said.
They
Thanks for the tea.
explain it a little later.
Yeah.
Why he knows a name.
I didn't even question where these are from, but he just knew my real name. I'm just grateful for something to help with the hangover. Might as well. I have a job to do. Let's do this job.
If you had actually said never mind, they really would have had sex. But Luke's relationship with her would be down as a result.
That's fine.
Luke is complicated.
Luke is a interesting boy. All right.
What can I say? He likes his girls strong.
All right. Isn't it often that I think about drinking on the job? After meeting with the riots yesterday, it really makes me want to break my self-imposed rules. Because first off, fucking damn whiskey was the fucking damn Mr. Right. To top it all off, we have forgotten to inform me that he didn't own Ermengarde Mansion, yet when they hired me. But what sort of person does that?
Rich people.
I could do nothing but twiddle my thumbs at this. However, twiddle my thumbs and wait for the go signal. It's not like I can accept any other smaller project. This is a big job. I should be ready to start on at any time. Not to mention my PA practically begged me to be patient and wait this out. It was a hard decision to agree, but I did so in the end. Besides, I'm doing this for the Ermengarde Mansion, not for anything or anyone else. I have a headache whatever I do anyways. I'll go to this pub again, but from seeing what happened a few days ago, I'd rather not end up on the bed with another potential client. Might as well have been a huge leap in logic, but the library is the next best thing after the pub. I had to go there anyways. I need more books. For Dad. Plus I need to return the ones I borrowed last time. Finding a new book or two to read for myself while I have nothing to do isn't such a bad idea either. On a Saturday morning, I found myself going to the only library in Luxembourg too, hopefully to cool off. I have to return with Irzule and a poetry book by Henry of Podebadry. God damn these names. I asked the librarian about several titles on my list, though I don't have much luck on that front. Dialogue with Death has already been scratched, and she bluntly said that she did not keep our mathematical universe for someone who didn't return books on time. I make a headway for at least. I'll ask about the siege and rendition of Havana by Jacobo de Puelzule. Leia began her snarling and pointing at the history section as Hadway, that is. Oh, I know what we're going to be. The history section isn't devoid of any other except for myself and the redhead. No, I wager the red is just passing to get the classical literature section.
Oh, it's the professor, isn't it?
So many books,
No,
so little
red
time.
sounds like.
It sounds like Rebecca.
Rebecca?
Because she's in a history. Because she's a history major.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Scanning the books, so many wonderful titles. It gives me great pleasure. That's when I spot it.
Hello, sailor. Why don't you come to Mama?
It's not the naval battle book I was looking for. No, it's even better. A newly acquired history of Luxborn architecture. First edition, too. I know, I just have to get it. I've been waiting to get my hands on the book for so long. The fact there's only one copy proves to be a problem, though, when Red snatches it out for the same time as I do. Alright, Red.
I think I heard this first, miss.
I can only stare her down when she refuses to let the book go.
Wait, who was doing Rebecca before? Was it me? I can't remember.
I think you took over Rebecca the first time, and then we never saw her not many times during...
Didn't Maria? Was Maria?
What's up?
Maria, one of the times at least.
Maybe. I know she did the last one when we're at the movie night portion of the game, I think.
I don't think I voiced any characters last time.
We're talking about this character in particular.
Oh, Becky. Yeah, I voiced. I voiced
take her because I feel like I'm going to do
yeah.
Hannah in a bit. So if you want to do that,
yeah, I remember she was roasting Isabella for eating cup noodles.
Yeah.
That was like the first or second session.
All right, refusing to let it go as well, I raised an eyebrow in her hopes that the fact that I was significantly taller would intimidate the girl. Even then, she refused with a rebellious look.
This isn't exactly light reading, miss. I mean, do you even know what architect was at the forefront of 18th century Irish architecture?
A beat. She blinks and I can't help the smirk on my face, which wiped off when she opens her mouth.
Wait, is it me or Aaron voicing?
It's you.
It's you. Marianne. Go ahead.
Edward Lovett Pierce, who established the Paladin style through his work with Castletown House and the Irish Houses of Parliament. Not that I need to prove myself by stating obscure facts. Okay, that doesn't make me smart, Liz.
It's like, I feel like I'm having flashback to like the actual nerd battlegrounds when they start quoting Star Trek. But anyways.
The bridge was destroyed in this year to delay French troops while under the regency of Mary of Guise?
Yeah, this is not what I was expecting. Pokemon Battle of Knowledge, activate. I'm just kidding. Let's be honest, how many people would know these history facts? Aside from me, anyways.
Is this a meet cute? Going right to the obscure ones, aren't you? Easy enough. Tall Body Old Bridge in Clackmannanshire, Scotland, on the January of 1560, if we want to be specific.
Suddenly, it's a game where we throw these history questions and facts at each other, back and forth in hushed tones until we want to be thrown out of the library. After a while, it goes from a single strange competition into this strange but friendly banter, if we could call that. Be fun as it is, the exchange soon follows down, and we're grinning at how odd this whole scene is.
Marianne McClough. Is that how you say your last name?
McCullough, yeah.
McCullough.
Oh, McCullough.
Yeah.
My desire for potatoes doesn't quite match what the stereotypes suggest.
My potatoes.
Rebecca Gales, the Scots' supposed hatred for the English wasn't enough to stop me from teaching their little spawns.
By then, we have forgotten about our little tug of war, although she still holds the book in her hands like a mean girl she is. I had to let it go without realizing she answered my first question.
History teacher, then?
Got it in one.
No wonder you gave me a run for my money. Now, if we're talking about architecture, I'd blow you out of the water. You're from where? Luxburn Uni?
Oh no, just Sankaretti's.
Ah, yes. Sankaretti's. I remember back like it was yesterday. I used to think this with school you'd be more appropriate saint to name themselves after, especially when they have very young students.
And I'm guessing you're an architect if you're so confident about the subject.
Interior designer, Miss Gales.
Please just call me Rebecca. You weren't one of my students, are you?
Marianne, then.
I would have said if I was an architect, there's no point in explaining why it hasn't won.
So I've never seen you before. I'd like to think I've met every history aficionado in town.
I blame the rock that I've been hiding under, of course. That, and I'm usually only here on the weekdays if time allows. Work often has me meeting clients on the weekends.
That must be interesting work.
It allows for some creative freedom, sure. But it's like working with children sometimes, though you probably have it harder working with actual children. The hardest part is convincing them that your idea is their idea.
That sounds exciting.
It is.
But isn't that true for any workplace, though? We just cross our fingers and hope there aren't any man-children in charge of important things. Any big projects right now? I can't imagine that interior designing is a frequent thing.
I'm working on the Ermengarde mansion, lucky me. That mansion, Landtouch, wonderful, breathtaking. I can't wait to start on it. Now that is beautiful architecture.
A pause. It looks like she wants to say something at the mention of the house. I'm not surprised. The place is certainly popular with the locals, especially with the urban legends attached to it. The next second, though, she seems to think better of it and drops to what she thought about to say.
So, do you have a portfolio or anything I can take a look at? I'd love to see your designs. Maybe you have some on a tablet?
Why am I sensing a strange feeling about this?
I've met some designers before, and they're always going crazy over these virtual room apps or another.
A tablet? Please. Callicrates didn't need those silly eye tabs when he built the Parthenon. I certainly don't need one to design a house.
Okay, show off.
Damn. A computer back in my place is all I have. Why should I buy some expensive gadget just to get it outdated within a year when it's just like just have it as functional like those iPhones? Traditional ways have far more personal touch in my opinion, not to mention those smartphones are awful tools of procrastinations. I can't even count in one hand the number of people I see going outside only have their eyes glued to the damn things. Fuck touchscreens. They're evil little things that make typing what should have been a simpler task harder.
I do have an online portfolio. If you'd like, I can.
Speaking of the devil. Speaking or thinking of the devil seemed to have summoned it, because before I can carry on, Rebecca's attention wanes as she pulls out her mobile. What can I assume is a call? She gives me an apologetic look before standing up and excusing herself. Off to into the aisle she goes for some privacy. I do my best to give her as well, trying to tune her out.
God damn it, Isabella. Oh shit, it actually is her. Bella, something wrong? Lunch at the coffee house? Sure, I can make it. I'm not too far. I can be there in 10.
With how quiet the surrounding is, I can't blame me if she hears snippets of her conversation. We should stalk this girl. But she returns with a sheepish look on her face, and I already know her friendly chat has been cut short.
Sorry, it was fun hate flirting with you, but I have to go and meet some friends.
It's fine, totally fine. No need to even apologize.
About the book.
Her embarrassment increases twofold when she realizes she's still holding on to the history of Luxembourg architecture. I don't give her time to think about it, but as I put my hands up and shake my head, fishing out.
Are we
fishing
gonna
out
read it together?
Oh my.
Oh lord.
How much harem do we need to expand? Alright, fishing out a pen and paper from my bag alone on my business card, I hand them over to her.
You know, I'm busy with work, so I might not even be able to take a peek at it anytime soon. You can go ahead and have it. But you'll have to ring me up when you're returning it, so I can snag it right away. Deal?
She makes a quick work, penning her number down, handling it back with me with a grin. Man, we are ball at getting numbers.
Now I'm shipping this.
It is cute.
Deal. Just message me during school hours, of course.
Oh my.
You have a good day then.
You too.
With Rebecca gone, I left alone standing in the history section, celebrating that I got a new potential mate to add to my harem. Although my original plans were simply to sit down and read a good book, our little pop quiz, if you can call it that, made time pass by without any of us realizing it. It was fun, and I do believe I made a new friend. Good job, Marianne. Even with the talk of lunch, however, I don't feel like grabbing a bite to eat. There's still some other books to be read here. I'm hoping to find something that will help me while I work with the rights. Something like How to Deal with an Arsehole Professionally 101, just in case. I've dealt with a lot of uppity, snooty, and rich clients before, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Because Luke Wright just takes a fucking cake. Probably manages to eat it too. It seems like the world's conspiring to keep me from the me time as my mobile vibrates in my pocket the moment I something from the shelves of the classic literature section.
Marianne McCullough, Trey Lee Rose Design speaking.
Hey, it's Rose before she died.
From the grave.
Rose Cooper here, Miss McCullough. I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time or anything. Hope you don't curse me to death. But I just wanted to check in and tell you we're clear to hand over the documents. Madam Wright told us that we should forward the floor plans to you.
Already? How did they get through the process so fast?
Money.
Surely there must be so much red tape even to acquire the phones from transferring of rights. No matter how rich the rights are, they shouldn't be this quick, right?
So if I can just have your email, I'll be sending them your way.
I'd actually like a physical copy of the floor plans.
I suppose it's fine then. I'm not at the office right now, but I can inform Miss Santos of your request.
Oh my, we're gonna meet her.
I'll make sure to drop by the office after lunch, if that's fine.
Not a problem. Right, well, cheers!
Right, cheers.
Hope I'll see you again and not die.
Well, I don't know. I just don't know if she's gonna make it. There was some sort of deeper miscommunication when we last met. These things take time. It's been, what, a day? Less than that, even. I was even at a point of trying to make sense of these people who seem to be larger than life. As it looks like I'm on the clock starting today, I might as well eat. Grabbing some fish and chips from one of the street food stalls. I'd like to find a table to spend time with a copy of Marquise Sale de Crime of Love, since Rebecca left with the book I wanted. I read this one before, along with the rest of the works. It would have been 18th time, in fact. It is always nice to read through it again, while I don't have time to enjoy something new. Besides, you're dealing with people so filthy rich, they just end up plain filthy. Just need a good old Marquise sound advice. Oh,
La
yeah.
blessure, c'est trouvant sans aucune sorte de conséquence.
It almost sounds like you're chanting a ritual. I love it. The wound being without any consequence, sorry. Of course, it's folly to think it have those consequences when everything actually does. Fair Reality Corporation Luxembourg branch isn't too far from the city square. It's a few blocks away, and I can easily eat and walk. I'd rather use this time to rest before I go to the flurry of activities, no doubt. There'll be so much to do once we get the hands on with the mansion.
Still a lot better than working on another condo, at least.
Surely, no matter how much BRC and the old owners have put into restoration and preservation of the place, any big repairs will be superficial at most. I'm quite certain that there is haste to sell property, and they do a rush job. It isn't an infrequent thing to do, despite how it's frowned upon. There's still a lot of hidden issues we need to weed out. Make sure I have found every single one of them, especially the more serious damages. Structural integrity is definitely top on the list, but we have to consider. Buildings might look sturdy, but centuries old. That alone can likely pose a few problems here and there. Put limitations on what we can do. Besides, despite how much I detest these rich knobs, they pay rather handsomely. So long as I do an excellent job and do more than necessary. Those two things I would make sure the referrals keep coming. I don't want to have to hunt down projects for myself. But I do go to the BRC office. I can't help but stop and stare at it when I enter the building. The lunch hour closing, employees should have been back on track if they already haven't been filtering doors. I get it that it's Saturday and people probably feel tired and lazy to be working on a weekend, but they're still on the clock, and it's not dreaming about wasting company time to extended lunch breaks and cigarette sessions. place is spacious with these big corporations. Each person is given their little space, what is usually 2 by 2 meter cubicles. There are a lot more empty chairs than there are actual people working at their desk. Reminds me far too much of my last day at the Podriskova projects during the massive layoffs due to the Irish economic crisis. But it isn't just that, though. Everything is quiet as a grave, as if these people are merely ghosts. Speaking of ghosts, Santos come through the door, looking she just seen one. He looks at me, wide-eyed like a deer caught in headlights, ready to bolt out at any moment. I'd ask out of concern, but I feel like it's not my position to do so. What if something personal might simply be overstepping my boundaries? Really, it's none of my business.
I presume that Miss Cooper told you why I'm here, Miss Santos?
Oh no, I think Alice was supposed to voice this and she left. Oh
She
well.
left?
Yeah, she was here.
Yeah, I just saw her leave.
Maybe. Well, who wants to take over till she gets back?
I'll take it till she comes back. Huh? Oh yeah. Sorry, I just got back from lunch, you know. But it won't take too long. Don't worry.
Of course it won't. This whole project has established itself to be a matter done in haste. I do hope it doesn't mean that people are being careless in their duties.
Wow, judgmental.
She flinches and looks. She doesn't quite know how to respond to that. Thankfully, instead of opening her mouth, she leads her way towards her station and goes fetch the floor plans. It won't take too long, but as she said, it does take a bit time spent to compose herself, most likely. Oh, you're back, Alice. Want to voice her?
Sorry.
Hey, good.
We usually just email these things.
For the real thing.
Not that you would know. You probably have your nose stuck in some sort of smartphone when you're not working. Even you should be working, playing those mindless, addictive games like Bejeweled or Raid Shadow Legends. I don't know.
Pigeon dating game.
Oh yeah.
Genshin Impact.
I definitely wish Chris would stop playing that Batcack thingy for work hours too.
Oh, I know what you mean. Digital painting is nice, but nothing beats the smell of real paint. Not that I go and smell paint like a crazy person, but, the real thing is different.
You make it
That's
sound
what someone
like
who huffs would say.
yeah, it's like you're huffing like spray cans or aerosol or something.
Good lord.
Wait, what?
Yeah, me too.
Yes, nothing is quite like the real thing.
She also huffs paint. Just kidding. Alright. My apologies. Let's see. Checking out with the floor plans, I see I have a lot going for me. Now that I have now that how Ray felt when he found the Central Park West building floor plans from that one movie. This is why I became an architect in the first place. Jacobean style at the finest.
I think
Jacobian?
Jacobian.
Oh yeah, Jacobian. Yeah, you're right. Style is at its
Had
finest.
flashbacks for
It's a
Matt.
thing of beauty. Look at these gorgeous room and delicate harmony between these empty spaces. And speaking of empty spaces, there's rather something odd about this one.
I feel a little bit silly saying it out loud because I've never lived in a big house, let alone a mansion. But during the tour, I had the distinct impression that the rooms were bigger. Maybe the scale is wrong? It's not much of a problem, and it is old house.
There had been little details here and there I would like to address during the open house too. It was all forgotten in the wake of Miss Santos' incident and the trouble with the ownership. Wine cellar's going to be a problem. I shudder to think what sort of repairs they did to it in the first place. Might have been things that were swept under the rug and pushed to a dark corner of the rooms, hidden away in barrels. Water damage could be covered up. There had been floods due to heavy rains in West England just last year. After all, if there's any sort of damage to the house foundation, there's going to be a lot of work. I was not able to look at the attic as well. For all I know, the whole family of vermin could have made their nests there. Working with pest control is always the worst. The sheer size of this place is staggering. Even I dare say, it was a lot smaller than I thought. It just might be biting off more than I can chew, but who doesn't like a good challenge? First things first, I'll have to.
So do you want coffee? The one from the staff room is pretty decent.
There's really no need. I'm sure you have rules against it.
Rules against bringing someone coffee? That's ridiculous. And even if there were regulations against it, nobody's really here to tell Sir John. I've already bought 2 mugs, and I'm not going to drink them on my own. Come on.
Come on, double the caffeine. Kidding. I have to step down my annoyance of being distracted. Seeing the girl, the young woman looks though she has a lot on her mind. If babbling is her way of dealing with stray thoughts, I'm not really the one she should be babbling to. How should I respond? Should we just like tell her to F off, or should we just
Ask her if she has something to say. I feel like I don't have time for this. It's too rude.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm going the first option.
All right.
First up.
2 for 0. Anybody else?
First option.
3. All right. I just need one more to be majority vote.
I mean, the bully in me wants to do option 2, but that is a bit rude for the situation. So just ask her what's up.
All right. What'd you say, Zach? You're pretty.
I think they both seem kind of mean, or they both seem kind of confrontational.
A little bit, yeah, but one more so than the other.
I'll vote for the option we think is the nicer one.
All right.
I think the first one's the nicer one.
The least sassiest one, at least.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you have to say. I give her time to speak up. But when she just stares, I clear my throat.
Yes? You have something to say?
As an embarrassment creeped up on her face, I snitch one of those coffees from her and take a sip. Too hot.
Just thinking and speaking off the record. It must be fun what you do. You go to people's houses and you make them, well, pretty, and you're sharing your art with them.
A little bit more complex than that. But if you put it that way, it is fun. I wouldn't have done it for 7 years if it wasn't a little bit fun, I guess.
Those big clients always have paintings in their homes. Do you have a supplier for art pieces?
I didn't expect to hear such a question from her, seeing how well she handled herself yesterday. I didn't doubt then why she was assigned to an important cell like the Ermengarde mansion, despite the little incident she had. Now, she looks too young, too nervous, and unsure of herself, although her enthusiasm must make up for that in spades. In fact, I wouldn't have believed it if she introduced herself the way she is at the moment. Why watching her now? She actually looks like she could be in college. She acts like it too when I think about it. I thought when she was slumming it out through the mansion when I first saw her there, lying on the ground. Surprise, surprise, she turns out to be one of the estate agents handling the property. I didn't even know what to make of the whole meltdown that just happened with the strange document. If I were the client, I would have been very upset, and she'd be in hot water for it.
They usually support artists of their own choice. And if they don't, I'm always happy to refer those that I know.
Oh, that's cool.
They're very picky. I don't think a hobbyist will have an easy time getting their work sold.
Hey, I'll have you know I was a student of the fine arts.
And yet, here you are, selling property. Maybe you weren't a very fine student of the arts.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that just... Oh, wow.
Okay, maybe I took that a bit too far. Bites her cheek and she looks like she's barely holding herself back.
It's not like I had a choice.
Is this coffee bitter? Oh, no, it's just you.
She mutters it under her breath. I can barely even hear it. But the hurt is there. It also makes me wonder what brought it on. Although it is understandable for a reason, but I think it is, very few people make it big in the art world. I can see why she's very upset about it with that enthusiasm. I didn't have choice where I left Ireland. That was years of unemployment. And the recession and the toll it took on the construction industry was out of anyone's control. I don't know what choice she was able to make, whether it's about her being at art school or something else, but the world isn't a fair place. Sooner or later, she's going to accept it for the better. That with the fork loon on her face, I can't help but sigh. Girl reminds me far too much of myself when I was young.
Well, if you're thinking of commissioning her paintings, I'll have to see your work first.
Oh, it's not. I didn't mean it like that. I don't have any paintings.
Really? You sounded a lot like you still did art or want to. Now I'm starting to worry that you might just like the smell of paint.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm just gonna mention that I'm an art history major.
I'm not a paint huffer. Sheesh. I just mean I don't make much anymore. I don't really have the time for it. The tools and materials aren't exactly cheap either.
Everything has a price. It sounds like you're making excuses for something you're presumably passionate about. If you really want to practice art, a little out of your wallet isn't much.
It's not that simple.
It's not? Life's simple. People just like to make it complex. Speaking off the record, I have some advice for you, kid.
I like how the achievement says, "Screw up, kid."
Either go for what you want or stop thinking about it when you have something else. That is, unless you enjoy making yourself miserable, then by all means.
You know, if you wanted to look at the floor plans without me bothering you, you could have just said so.
Would you have left me alone?
Well, we'll never know now, will we?
Uh-oh.
Alright, a strain of air settles in the room afterwards. It doesn't help that she immediately leaves as she said, lingering awkwardly by the door with a downcast expression. It's
These
clear
two
that
just
she
can't get along.
means to say, perhaps to defend herself and her choices in life, or she's expecting to dish me out of that advice. It's an awkward affair, and I choose to hightail out of the reality off as quick as I can.
You're right. The cat thing was with Isabella,
I'm,
wasn't it?
I'm curious, how bad is our relationship with her
We
now?
don't get along.
Well, we're kind of going back at the neutral stance with her, so the
Oh,
handle is
okay,
still
that
on
was
the
a small
room.
improvement.
So we just can't afford to have Luke, you know, just be confrontational with him. Although we're gonna be having an interesting ending. Though I'm able to keep myself professional at all times, like I like it. Seeing that most of the day has already gone by before I realize it, I choose to stick back to my flat instead, or head back. Despite today being a Saturday. No fun, but at least this way I can definitely avoid another unpleasant encounter. Considering how much I'm seeing whiskey in the near and foreseeable future, I have a feeling I need to be all the rest of the weekend I give me. For the first time in a long time, excited I'm at work for the mansion. I cannot wait to be over and done with this project. Monday! Monday couldn't come any sooner. After taking the floor plans to Miss Santos the day before the last, I spent most of my Sundays drawing up plans and calling in my suppliers. Although no design choices have been made yet, I'm quite sure they want high-end appliances and the most expensive materials, the most pretentious everything. Usually they did, these rich types, based from experience at least. Given how badly the whole thing started, it wouldn't help to be prepared. I had to check myself and make sure I'm not playing with my gloves, as one of the other building tenants takes the elevators up with me. It makes me self-conscious, but when the woman eyes over me, I'm sure she was going out to point out something perceived flaw in my physical appearance. But I'm safe from being paranoid when they went off a few floors later, still right up to my floor is nerve-wracking. Brides have lived at the very top to the penthouse and the creme de la creme. When it comes to the condominium and urban living, it's just access to the place is a real ordeal of its own. I had to jump so many hoops and so many security checks just to secure a keycard. Not only because of the building's management, but also the ride's personal security. It sometimes feels like I'm being interrogated for a crime and not visiting a client at their home. Even with their personal assistant call in to help out and verify my presence, the process is aggravated rather than hastened. Speaking of the devil, the elevator door opens and I'm greeted by none other than Whiskey Not So Little Lackey.
I do apologize if I kept Mr. and Mrs. Wright waiting. But I'm here now and I'm ready, so if I may, where are they?
Who was the butler last time?
I have no idea.
I think it was
Gone through many
Maria,
hands.
because I remember she did a list with this character. Now that I
Oh,
think
yeah,
about it.
right.
I don't think you want me to watch this guy again.
I can
Nick's
do it.
done him
so I
before,
guess
right?
Yeah, Nick
Yeah,
can
I
go
think
for
I
it.
maybe did it one time.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
I actually like
Okay.
Maria's rendition, but yeah.
That was a good.
Oh, okay. Well,
Damn.
if you actually like it and it doesn't aggravate you, I'll do it. I just feel bad.
All right. So, do you want to voice it, Maria, or do you want to let Nick to do it?
Yeah, sure. I'll do
Alright,
it. Let me get some
alright.
water.
All right. Make sure you gargle like I did the voice of that ghost.
Oh my god.
You gargle voices.
I don't have that kind of talent, unfortunately.
It's fine. It is a skill.
You're the pro at that. It is. It really is.
Yeah.
They've just woken up, but they should be down soon. I'm surprised to see you made it through security and only 5 minutes late.
You said I'd be through security soon, and it took half an hour. Define soon in this context.
I'd make myself comfortable if I were you. I want to go put the kettle on.
About the tea, I don't want to intrude or anything.
The third is not like being woken up by the whistling. Who am I to deny tea to a guest?
He showed me to the couch before drifting off to the kitchen,
I
quietly
love how
pulling out.
passive aggressive the butler is to Luke.
Hey,
He's
don't-
so shady!
Yeah.
Anyways, quietly pulling out a teapot, cups, and all sorts of other things in preparation for the tea. I ignored the animosity towards the employer of his word implied. I wouldn't be too surprised if Whiskey's own people don't like him. Accepting the quiet and isolation, instead I braced myself for what is to come. In this case, soon apparently is more than 5 minutes or even 10. I sit in their living room just waiting. When the kettle starts whistling and the tea hasn't been served, I continue to wait. At least the silence is relaxing. But then there's a crash. I nearly spilled tea all
boy.
over my lap in surprise and took expecting security to come up running. But the man in the kitchen continues to fix breakfast like he heard nothing. I don't want to speak up about it because he looks too far absorbed in his cooking, and I don't want to be the cause of burnt food or worse. However, there's something in me that just wants to figure out what that was, although I'm normally not this nosy. What should I do then? Do we check it out or continue waiting?
Check it out.
Investigate.
Wait, what happened? I missed it.
There was a noise there was a banging noise.
We spilled our tea.
Banging? Oh, banging seems like trouble.
Well,
But it seems like fun trouble.
Yeah, you check it out. It's just Luke singing.
I
in
do not know.
silence.
Like, banging is how we die.
We're-
Continue.
You're not gonna
We're-
die.
Oh,
this way.
I almost
Moments
laughed
like
so hard
this.
we end up with Luke with the Marianne.
I know.
No, wait. Banging sounds like danger.
All
Or
right.
Luke causing
All
problems.
right,
Right,
vote-
and
Wait,
plus,
wait.
vote time.
All right, so let's go. So there's 1 for 1 right now. So I definitely know Aaron's for waiting. Who else
Wait,
wants
is
to
Luke's apartment like also haunted with this mystery ghost?
No.
Yeah, it has been a few times.
Mhm.
Have we seen her here?
No, it was through our
Oh,
dreaming
Yes,
sequence.
yes,
Yeah.
that's literally the
Yeah.
first ghost.
It's
Yeah,
in
it's
literally
this
the first
trap
ghost
door or
encounter's here.
something.
Is
Alright.
Luke the only one there? Is Hannah there too?
I want to say
I think they're
Luke's
both
there,
here.
or maybe
I think they're
both.
both here.
Okay.
That was at the mansion, was the wine cellar. But...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but in the
Close to the
bedroom.
wine cellar.
Yeah, the
Well,
bedroom.
just so you know the context of the day, it's like they haven't fully moved into the mansion yet. This is them
Yeah.
like discussing like about the floor
I
plans
feel like
and
this is
stuff.
pre-curse for
So
them.
I mean, they're already in the curse right now. Like they
Oh,
see
never
the
mind.
letter because it's after the thingy. So this is like before they moved in. So this is like the day they're gonna meet up and do like all the construction progress, if you remember that part. So I would say both of the rights are here. So if you want to check it out, we can, or we can just wait patiently as of right now. So they're both are viable options. It's up to you guys. So right now, I know the vote is definitely 1 for 1. So who wants to vote for check it out?
I'll vote check it out.
So that's 2 check it outs.
Am I the one you're already counting, Ed?
Okay, because right now I know Nick and was it Maria that says check it out?
Or was it? I think it was Madeline.
I said, yeah, I said it.
Okay, so sorry, my bad. So Madeline and Nick are for check it out. Anybody else?
I
Is
vote
Zach
check
here?
it out.
3.
Yeah, Zach's
No,
here right now.
Yeah, coming in clutch, Alex.
90% sure that's how we die.
We just need.
No, we can't die yet because we're too early in the game. Wait,
The
we're too
curse,
early in.
the curse is not
Happen.
the curse is not fully developed right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like it's still early.
Still, Murphy's Law, though, like, the second we get up, that's when they're going to come and, like, look for us to interview or whatever this is. That could be bad for our heart chart or whatever. So I'm going to say continue waiting. Play it safe.
Stay still.
So there's 2 for waiting, 3 for checking out. Am I correct? Because I know it's Nick, Madeline, and Alice, and then we just need one more.
Oh, Zach, you're back. All right.
Yeah.
You want to vote for check it out or continue waiting?
I don't know. So I feel like if we do check it out, we'll run into Luke by himself. But if we continue waiting, we'll see Luke and Hana together.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I need to stay away from Luke to get this Hana route.
That's a good
Don't take
point.
this away from me.
Oh, don't worry. I'm just singing to myself.
All
No,
right.
wait.
No
away,
things
go
like
away.
this.
Zach, why do you
I'll
think
keep
that?
safe forever.
I think he'll be in the kitchen.
No.
I don't know.
I mean, Zach has been pretty accurate on the whole
Okay.
like the rich
Yeah.
people section. He's like,
Okay,
thinking
I'm gonna
like 40
change my
chess.
vote because I always seem to vote for the wrong thing. So I'll vote continue waiting.
All right, so the votes have been switched, so it's 2 to 3 right now. Unless somebody else wants to tie up the vote.
Thing you mean you wanted to have sex with me, Marianne? Oh,
No.
contra.
Stay away, Luke. Stay
No,
away.
no, Justin
That's
is trying to
happening.
throw you off here.
Marianne's first time regretting
All
not
right.
having a one-night stand.
So,
I'm gonna put my vote to continue waiting.
Looks like the majority's in continue waiting. So.
all right, well,
Yeah.
other than that, democracy has spoken. So we're gonna
I
wait.
love democracy.
We're gonna wait. I'm gonna laugh if we still get brownie points for waiting.
Oh God.
Yeah, he just comes around the corner and he's like, "Who's that? Is that Marianne?"
All right, here we go. We're gonna wait. I have no business with it. These rich people usually value privacy above all else, after all. Unless, of course, they're posting pictures on social media and bragging what's good people that they are for allowing themselves to be interviewed for some magazine. Then again, the whole reason to this mess is because I don't give 2 shits about what goes on with people like them. And I'm not going to get caught snooping around or be accused of some imagined wrongdoing. I'm not going to be some busybody detective wannabe run off to investigate whatever that was. It's probably something mundane anyways, like a lamp falling over. I'm just going to sit here and wait for Miss Wright with my tea. To complete silence.
Could I at least put the telly on?
I didn't really expect him to answer. If he had heard the crash, I doubt he would have heard me.
As long as you don't watch them silly soap operas.
Aw,
This
come
man
on.
is judgmental.
So I can't watch General Hospital?
So what's the point in the TV?
No, that show is terrible.
That's the point.
Nothing is worse than Passions, which was the worst soap opera.
Oh my
It's
God.
not even on anymore.
I loved that show as a kid.
It
An
had a
actual-
witch. Oh my God.
So does Married with Children count?
No, Married with Children is a masterpiece.
That's a sitcom.
It is
Yeah,
a
that
sitcom.
makes it sitcom.
Alright, but anyways, soap opera.
They got Big Brother. They got Doctor Who.
The LBC News would be fine. The William Walker Show is on too, if you'd prefer that. Not that I watch it, but my husband does.
Oh
There's
boy!
also the Real Housewives of Luxembourg, but that
Real
goes without
Housewives.
saying. Oh,
Confirm.
okay.
That the Wright Butler's a married gay dude.
Oh boy!
Confirm.
I don't know. It's just the marriage, the what's the word? The marital status dropped.
The remote is under the coffee table.
Oh sure, maybe I'll be lucky and catch the doc on.
Is it like the doctors, or is it like?
I heard they're having reruns of the classics, and I want to see Second Meets Sixth in Spain. If not, just the news then.
Maybe that is Doctor Who. I don't know.
Is it a
Yeah,
Doctor Who thing?
Maybe.
Thank you. I'll let you get on with your cooking now.
Did he just ignore the crash a while ago then? Whatever. Touching the remote, I turn on the TV in hopes of filling the silence. Trying to anyways, because the thing won't turn on. Doesn't make me think the silence more awkward. I thought what? I know not be the best with tech, but I can sure work a simple television remote.
The batteries must be dead.
Ah! Oh god, spooky.
Good
Alright.
lord.
This
Is that
was,
Hannah?
I think it might be the ghost lady, maybe. But it says help.
But it looks like
Oh,
Anna.
it's in the hair color though.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit
so
more
scary.
orange.
Alright.
What does it say? Help?
Yeah, I think it
Help.
says help me.
Yeah, in the mirror.
Like the
Or is it-
P is like knocked out. But there's blood
P looks like a
everywhere. Help me, it says in red. I look at my own hands and find them clean, yet I can see the grisly reflection gapping it back at me. Though there's nothing to say starting in my skin, I can feel the sticky, warm feeling of blood dripping down my cheeks. I
Yum.
should be worried. Tastes like caramel. Instead, I feel my attention draws towards her. Her beautiful blonde hair with her soft lips, and skin so fair and swaying hips. How can you see your hips through that angle? I'm
Oh, is
impressed.
that her
Okay.
like third?
Not that I want nothing more than just to hold her. I plant my lips on her neck and run
Take
my
that.
fingers through her hair. Are we falling in love with the spirit? She laughs and smiles when she looks at me, but her eyes. The temptation is gone in an instant, and I recoil in horror at this reflection I'm seeing. It back to something, or rather, someone. Miss Wright stands there, my waifu, now in appearance, twirling in a lock of blonde of hair and a soft smile on her lips and a hand on her hip. I almost
Hello.
back away, and I ground and remind myself that this is my client, not like some waifu I need to pick up on the fly for my harem, but whatever I just saw. Well, too far-fetched, but I'm going a bit draft of adopting a yandere into my group, but I would be preferable, of course, to think of all the trick of the light and the markings of an overreactive imagination.
Good morning, Mrs. Wright. I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Have you been standing there long?
No, I just came down and saw you having a hard time with the telly. Must have forgotten to change the batteries. Are you alright, dear? You're looking a bit pale. Do you need a hug? Haven't you had breakfast yet?
No, I'm fine. I had breakfast already, Mrs. Wright. I just need...
Well then, you mustn't have enough breakfast. I'm all for a good diet. That's the most important meal of the day. Let me feed you more. Be your sugar mama. Johannes is cooking up pancakes. Pancakes will make anyone feel better. And we have real maple syrup because that's the only right way to do it. He always says we can sit down and tuck in.
Please be my sugar mama.
Is be my sugar mama with that Canadian maple syrup to my
Oh.
mouth.
You'll feel right as rain as we get some fluffy, syrupy goodness in you.
Oh God,
Jesus.
Getting kind of sapphic, aren't we?
we are being too forward, or she's being too forward.
Are you sure you're fine, Marianne? You're shaking. Should I be holding you?
Looking down at my
Thinking
hands.
about that syrupy goodness.
Looking down at my hands, I can see them trembling, covered in maple syrup. Just because she looks so much like her, becoming such a damn train wreck. I should be seeing her in my dreams and hearing her voice ever since I missed Miss Wright at the
Yeah,
mansion.
so she reminds
So
Marianne
many-
of like her ex or something.
With so many blondes in this world, what was different with her? It's because she offered to be her sugar mama with that dank maple syrup? I don't know. But what's different this time?
Oh, what's the good one?
So, I'm not feeling
the
too well.
Tell the truth. I just remembered something.
Alright.
Wait, should we tell the truth, though?
I mean,
Wait,
well,
you
I mean,
remembering something.
well,
Or is that an excuse?
we're just remember something. I don't think it's in relation
Yeah.
to the ghosts.
Yeah.
But I think because like we're here to have like a business thing going on, right?
I feel like you say you're not doing well. It's like saying you don't want the pancakes, like if you have a stomachache or don't feel well. But she clearly wants to give you these pancakes.
But-
And you need to accept.
Pancakes.
I just remembered something makes it sound like she's trying to change the subject or something,
No,
right?
I don't like.
No?
I don't think it's like I guess you're trying to change the subject, but I think it's changing to the subject to where we're here for business. Because this is why we're here for, like, to visiting Miss Wright. But, but then again...
I feel like I remembered something is honest, and also we will still eat pancakes.
I mean...
Yeah, we can put pancakes out.
Unless anybody else has a disagreement with that.
I'm very invested in making sure I have pancakes.
What does everybody else think?
I feel like if I'm not feeling too well, it was almost making it sound a little more like she's trying to like take care of Marianne, and I feel like it's kind of playing into this like need to like do something for her. Whereas I just remember something seems a little more like, oh, forget the pancakes. Like I feel like I'm not feeling too well. My boost our chances of eating pancakes, and frankly, that's all I care about.
So 2 for remember something in that case. Anybody else in disagreement? Anybody else? For
I just want the
pancakes.
right.
Yeah, I'm on the second option.
So 3 for
Yeah,
pancakes.
same.
All right, that's 4 for pancakes. So we're in majority vote. I just remembered something else, and I hope it's just, I just
Fingers
remembered.
crossed.
Yeah. Well, for better or worse, democracy has spoken, and this is the route we go towards.
What did it do to our relationship?
I'm so
No,
invested. I'm
we
glad to
gotta go through this ride, full ride
Okay.
experience.
I just remembered something. That's all. It's nothing to worry about.
Are you sure? I'm all ears if there's something bothering you. I can get more than pancakes. I don't mind a good story, and I don't want it to affect your work performance.
Gaspy Wagon. I think this might be
That's Luke for
this
sure.
Luke? Yeah.
Okay. Gossipy Wagon, isn't she? She should just leave you alone. It's not like you need her.
You don't have to worry about that, Mrs. Wright. I say business stays business, and anything else can stay in the doghouse until I'm done with work.
Just have to bear through it, don't I? If I tell her if I'm hearing voices, that'll be a fast track losing the nut house. What else can I do? Saying Demifius, is that how you say it? Demfiana?
Dim-
Dimfna?
Dimfna? Yeah. Oh yeah, Dimfna. Okay. Help me lest I become her father, Damon, sane at the thought of a lost love or mad in the pursuit of another.
Shall we talk about your work then?
If you'd like. It's on your time after all.
I've been told many good things about you, and I've seen some of your work before. Others speak very highly of your work etiquette. Yet I've never heard of you before, not even a whisper of the McCullough name.
Well, I've only been in Luxburn for 4 years. Tried to make it big in London for nearly 3 years before. And I've only been working these high-quality projects for the past year.
I stick straight to the point. It's best to brief when talking to clients. After all, keep it clean is cut as much as possible. Yet at the same time, I have to make it so engaging it doesn't look like I want to talk to them.
I imagine it hasn't been easy. I can't see why you moved from London to Luxborn, though.
Job vacancies were fewer at the time, and I had a lot of competition in London. Let's not even talk about the living costs there. But I'm glad I moved here, even if it hadn't been smooth sailing. If I'd had it easy, I probably wouldn't be working projects like these. God, Luke.
Ooh, Justin.
You are the worst.
Yeah, hold on. Why even bother explaining to her? She won't understand. She's practically born with a silver spoon in her mouth. The woman could probably snap her fingers and have servants attending to her beck and call.
Does not look the part of a spoiled heiress, doesn't she? Isn't it a relief that she's just that? Something that's different from Miss Wright and her. Before she get into other words, and words that can prove me right or wrong, she needs to look up with a lost and found expression of her face. Just with a simple glance, with that much love on, can be a bit jealous what holds it.
I think that dialogue wasn't Luke.
Good morning, Luke, darling.
But this dialogue is... Good morning, ladies. What a wonderful morning it is that I wake up to such a beautiful sight.
This isn't going to be your harem, it's going to be mine.
Oh, damn these beautiful girls.
You guys want to see the positivity change here?
Oh, I hope we made it.
Let's see. Let's look at the relationship.
Tell me,
Oh, Hannah.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Hannah's going
Where
up.
are you, Luke?
We're back on. Hannah's back on the menu, boys and girls.
Oh yeah, Luke's gone up as well, hasn't he?
Does he?
No,
Wasn't he like below
No, he was always above.
earlier?
He was always kind
Oh,
of
okay.
above
Pretty
because
close to
we
what Hannah
confronted
is.
with it. But
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Right.
All right, I already said this.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I do hope you two are getting along, and that I can watch.
Oh my God.
No.
No.
I smell pancakes. Chocolate chip, too. I do hope you two are considering a diet, just so I can have them all to myself.
Wow.
Don't be a pig, Luke. You eat all of those and you might stop fitting into your tight suits. Not that it matters because you're going to be alone.
I'm not a pig.
If you are.
You don't think I'm a pig, do you? Marianne?
Or should I call you? What does she call him? Freaking
Mint for the drink.
Mint.
With this saucy smile and playful wink, I can't help but think bit of a pig whiskey. Blech.
I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm an interior designer, not a zoologist.
Can't believe you share tea with
Nice.
this guy.
Mrs.
The only sows she must be familiar with are statements of work.
Well, don't be a bore. You two might not be in a rush, but I'm going to go ahead and feast.
Oh, they're doing puns. If you dawdle too long, he'll hog up all the syrup.
God damn it. Rich
It's
people
like
are
Reddit comments.
so eccentric.
Puns are terrible.
That's a word for it.
Come on, then. We can discuss business over food.
I have a bit
Business
of a
quotations.
I have a bit of an epiphany right now.
That I'm a Sith Lord?
No. What if we max the relationship between Hana and Luke, and then there's gonna.
Oh yeah, that is possible.
But that's just me. Other than that,
Threesome?